Check it, boom, boom. Check it, bop, 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 ba-doo, bow. It's the Tamale Mafia podcast. The place where everything and nothing collide. I'm your host, Angry Aaron. Boy, have I been in a bad mood lately. What are you chewing over there?
Ice.
Oh my
God.
God.
Fat old piece of ice.
Oh my God. Anyway, like I was saying, it's the Tamale Mafia podcast, the place where... Can you stop?
Okay.
The place where everything and nothing collide. And what's today?
Monday.
Monday in the Tamale Mafia universe.
Happy Lady Easter.
You know why I started saying that? It's Monday in the Tamale Mafia universe.
What's up?
Because it's not actually Monday when we record this.
It's only Monday in the Tamale Mafia.
It's Monday in my head when I'm recording this, but in reality, it's Sunday in the real world. So what's been going on, guys? Oh yeah, the reason I'm angry, Aaron. Listen, I got some ranting to do in this episode. So if you're not into angry rants from angry people, I'm not an angry person, but I can only take so much, man. I can only take so much before I'm ready to just punt a 3-year-old across a pond. Maybe he was 4.
Maybe even a little months behind 5.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how old he was.
It's hard to pinpoint an age.
But look, man, I'm a nice guy. I've been accused of being a nice guy. But I can only take so much, man. And I have no patience for punk-ass kids. I just don't, dude. I have no patience for punk-ass kids that you just... You can't take them anywhere. You can't be proud of them for anything. They're always dirty. They smell bad. They got bad attitudes. And this punk-ass kids, we were trying to fish the other day. We're minding our own damn business. We're just trying to fish. It's our hobby. It's what we do. You guys that have been following along the podcast know these stories. We go fishing. Oh, my God, with the ice.
I'm trying to finish this off before we get like halfway through the podcast.
I'm going to punt you across this studio.
Yeah, you wish. Well, maybe.
I'm going to turn your microphone off while you're...
Go for it.
It's already off.
Okay.
Anyway, we are... we are trying to go fishing. We're on the dock, little dock thing. We got some fishing poles set up. We're doing our thing. All of a sudden, here comes...
A pack of wild kids.
That's a good way to put it. A pack of wild kids. Here comes this mama heifer. Some broke-ass minivan. Pulls up. Doors swing open. And fucking 38,000 little snot-nosed, dirty fingernailed, muddy-faced, punk-ass kids come pouring out of this van. Maybe it was 4. It seemed like a lot. It seemed like too many kids. It seemed like a series of bad choices probably led to that many kids.
Oh my god.
Am I being harsh?
You know what? No. Finish the story. If you're out there like, why is this guy talking about kids like? Wait until he finishes the story.
These punk ass kids, they came like a pack of wild animals, just on a rampage, just tearing through everything. They come onto the dock and they just start tearing through all our stuff. Like, so many kids that I can't even keep an eye on how many of them are digging into all. They just immediately like, oh, fishing stuff, and they just run over and start digging through all our stuff. And I'm like, hey, get away from there. And then this little girl like grabbed one of my fishing poles and was like, I'm going to go fishing. And this fishing pole was already set up like in with a line in the water. And she's like, I can go fishing. And I go, hey, don't touch our stuff. And this little punk ass kid.
Hold on. Ready for it? Ready
for you to chew ice in my ears again? What am I waiting for? Oh my God. This little kid turns around. He's got to be like 4 years old, maybe. Turns around with his buzz haircut, dirty, muddy, like his whole face was like he had just been face planted in a dirt pile. Fingernails all nasty.
A redneck to the max.
I wasn't going to try to talk race. This kid was dirty, okay? Like 4 years old or something. Turns around, looks at me and goes, you can't tell me what to do? Oh my God.
I could see in his face he was ready.
I wanted to punt that kid across the pond. Be like, maybe I can't tell you what to do, but I can sure punch you the fuck across this pond. And then be like, hey, heifer bitch, your kid's in the pond. So he goes, you can't tell me what to do. And I go, I can tell you to leave my shit alone. And then this other little girl goes, let's get out of here. And they run off. And then they came right back and was just messing with our stuff again. And I'm like, okay, this time, because apparently I can't tell them what to do, I'm going to get mom involved. So I look around. This heifer was like 400 yards away with her back to us. Okay. I go, hey, can you tell them to leave our stuff alone? She turns and looks at me and goes, I didn't know they was messing with your stuff. I was like, yeah, because you don't know how to watch your own fucking kid, you stupid bitch. Got your back to me, you're 400 yards away, you dumb cow. So I go, I tried to tell them to leave my stuff alone, but they told me I can't tell them what to do. And I put my hands up in that kind of like, what's that I don't know emoji? You know, like, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Like I put my palms up in the air with my like, I don't know.
They're
So I
not
go,
like disrespectful kids.
I told them, and they said I can't tell them what to do. And then she did it back to me like, I don't know. And I was like, oh, you dumb bitch. Yeah, that's probably why they act like that, because I'm sure you don't know how the fuck to get them back in line. Stupid fucking idiot. So, somehow, I think she got the hint that I didn't want them around. And so they ran off, and she kept them on the other side of the pond or something, like far away. Anyway, they were out of our hair, and I was like, okay, that's cool. But like 4 minutes later, here comes this other kid. This lady who had a girl that was probably like 8 or 9. Mm-hmm. This little boy that was probably like 6 or 7, 5. Maybe 5 or 6.
Maybe just barely under 6.
So 5 or 6.
Yeah, sure.
And then she had a stroller, didn't she? She was pushing a stroller.
But I don't think she had a baby in it.
What did she have in it?
Nothing. I think it was like a
Her ability to
toy.
parent her child.
Throw it in the pond.
So this kid then comes up and somehow decides that we, the fishermen of the pond.
A fishing pond. It's an inserted fishing pond. Has a dock.
This isn't a park. This isn't a city park.
No.
It's at a city park. But it's on the other side of the park from where like the park stuff is.
So, yeah, there's
The only reason to be at this place is to go fishing or to look at water. Maybe to throw a toy in so your dog could chase it. Maybe to be a first-time kayaker. Or maybe to play with the ducks.
Okay.
But this is no place for a bunch of ratty-ass children to be running around fucking with people's shit. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, what were you going to say? You were going to say something. I cut you off.
Yeah, like there's a playground part like a couple miles away, and then the trails across the pond for those avid walkers. Then all the way across the other side of the pond, there's a dock for fishing.
Yeah, that's where we were.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we always are. This kid comes up on the dock and somehow decides that he
is obligated to our stuff.
yeah, we owe him.
After his long service.
Yes. For some reason, we owe him a fishing pole. And he is not going to let it go. Not only is he trying to go through our stuff, grab our stuff, and touch our stuff, and I keep telling him to leave our stuff alone.
Don't touch my stuff.
Don't touch my stuff. This kid was like, why do you have so many fishing poles? Because I do. Well, whose is this one? It's mine. Well, you already said you had one. No, I have more than one. Well, why do you have more than one? I don't have any. It's not my problem. But I want to do something. Yeah, I don't care. I want to do something. I need to do something. I like to go fishing, and I don't have a fishing pole. Not my problem. But I want to go fishing. Can I use this fishing pole to go fishing? No, you can't. Why? Because it's my stuff, and you're not going to touch my stuff.
And then he walks over to our tackle and starts rummaging through it.
Yeah. Rummaging through all our stuff. I keep telling him, get out of our stuff. Even his sister was like, leave our stuff alone. Where's his mom? Standing right there, watching him do it. Saying nothing to him. Then finally, she gets this, like, hint that I'm annoyed. And so she's, come on, we're leaving. And the kid's going, no, I don't want to go. I'm like, oh, my Jesus. She finally gets him off the dock and gets him like to go for a walk or something. But here he comes right back. Back with his 1,000 questions of why can't he have a fishing pole. And I'm like, dude, I don't know why your mom didn't bring you a fishing pole, but it's not my responsibility to give you one of mine, and you're not touching my stuff. But I want to do something. What can I do? I said, I don't know. And I don't really care. But you need to go somewhere else and go find something to do because you're not touching any of my stuff.
This kid would not let it go.
This had gone on for like...
He was talking to me about it. He was like, oh, can I fish your thingy? Can I see how you do it? Can I fish? Give it to me. That's mine.
This went on for over an hour.
At least.
Maybe 2. Because of he did walk away for a little while and then came back. So probably over the course of an hour and a half, this is going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like to my gills If I had gills, I would be up to my gills with this kid. I'm just fucking over him. So he's like, I didn't even bring a fishing pole. I said, not my problem, dude. Well, I need one of yours. No, you're not getting one of mine. Well, what can I do? I don't care.
He said, why you have so many? Give them to me.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't care what you go do, but go do something that's not here because I'm sick of this. Little.
Come on.
No, I'm not going to say that. This little kid started crying, bawling his eyes out. Bawling. And he walks away and goes over to where his mom is standing, and I can hear him wailing in the air.
I mean, he gave it his all, man.
I turned around, and this kid was crying in his mom's belly, and she's just patting his back and looking at me like I'm the asshole because I made her kid cry because I wouldn't let him fish with my stuff that I brought.
And bought.
And, yeah, I mean, and dude. Oh, burps. Hang on. Oh, it went away. There's another one in there. It's stirring.
It's accumulating. Let it accumulate. Can't fight it.
I'm a nice guy, okay? I'm not against kids being around when we're fishing.
Yeah, they're company. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But only if they're acting.
You have
accordingly.
To act right. You can't be a punk-ass little bitch. You have to act right. Like, act with respect, you know? We've had a lot of kids that just walk up and they ask us questions.
Like,
what are you fishing for? Have you ever caught a snook? Have you ever seen a shark out here? You know, they ask questions and we try to, you know, we kind of chuckle and we answer their questions. And then, can I try it? Well, yeah, here. Well, next time I catch one, we catch one up and then we let them reel it in or stuff. I mean, we've been really cool with kids all the time coming up there. It is like a family oriented place. So most of the time when people, even when dudes come out there and go fishing, they have their little kids with them. And the kids run around and they're loud and obnoxious sometimes, but they're not assholes. And if you're not an asshole and you're just a kid being a kid, then I'll give you a shot and I'll help you out, you know, or I'll let you play with my stuff or whatever. But I'm taking a risk by doing that because my stuff could end up in the lake. It could end up broken or stepped on. You know, it could end up all kinds of stuff that could happen. The kid could get a hook in his finger. Now I'm liable for that. So I'm taking a risk by letting kids mess with our fishing stuff. But our fishing stuff is not toys. We don't buy toys to go play in the water. We buy expensive stuff that's gear for this hobby that we have that we enjoy doing. So if you're a kid and you want to get in on our hobby and be a part of it and ask us questions and talk, we're fine with that. But you can't come at me being an asshole, just walk up and grab my stuff or walk up and just, you can't tell me what to do if I tell you to stop messing with all our shit. And you can't sit there and annoy me for an hour and a half begging me to give you a fishing pole because you need one. I don't fucking care if you need a fishing pole. There's a store across the street. Go buy one.
Yeah.
That's my rant. Where's our music?
Oops.
Came in a little hot there.
Yeah.
Sorry if I blew your ears out.
Are people familiar with our updating schedule?
Updated?
Updating schedule.
Updating?
Why?
What do you mean updating?
Releasing a podcast. Updating a podcast.
Oh, like releasing new episodes?
Yes.
Every Monday and Thursday?
Oh, that's when that is?
You didn't even know?
I'm acting. Okay.
I know you're acting, But if you're going to act like you didn't know, and then I act like I'm surprised that you didn't know, you're supposed to keep acting.
Wow, you're a very good actor.
Stick with it. Stick with the character. Because then I was going to say, wow, you didn't even know because I talk about it in every episode. Have you not listened? Have you not been listening?
No.
Okay, well, do you know where to find the podcast?
I don't.
You can search it on your favorite podcast player app.
So, like Spotify.
There you go.
iTunes.
There you go.
Apple Podcasts.
Yep.
Pippa.
Yep. Google Play.
Can I go to Facebook and find anything?
You sure can. You can go to Facebook and check out the Tamale Mafia official site.
With links to the episode? Or
With links to the episodes.
Aw, nice.
That's all you're going to find there. And maybe a comment or two. Recently...
I saw that you had an Instagram page for it, right?
Yeah, how did that pop up? Did it start? It's like people. I made an Instagram page for with my Tamale Mafia email address. By the way, if you really want to email me, you can email me at thetamalемafia@gmail.com.
Was Tamale Mafia taken?
Yes, it was. And that was surprised the hell out of me. How was that taken?
Tamale Mafia. Those two words in the utter circumstance that they're together.
Yeah. I was so mad. And I thought maybe I took it. And I just forgot, but no. It wasn't me.
Dang it.
So yeah, I made an Instagram account, but I haven't made it public. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't have any friend requests. I didn't friend anybody or follow anybody. And then all of a sudden I started getting friend follows on it, or whatever it's called.
You have 2 currently.
Yeah, that just happened yesterday.
Wait, you just set this up yesterday?
No, I set it up like 3 weeks ago. How did people just find it? I didn't tell anybody it existed.
And
it's not connected to anything else because I made it its own email address.
do you know the person that follows you?
Yeah. Is that creepy?
We have a stalker alert.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Should I go fill my cup up with some water?
No. Hell no.
Please, I'm thirsty.
No more ice water for you.
I won't chew it in the mic. I'll turn my
You
head.
lie.
I did. You saw me. I was like this. Whole entire episode. Alright, never mind. I sound kind of retarded.
Listen, while we were fishing the other day, speaking of kids, why did it do that? Oh, I gotta fix that. Hear that?
Yes. Vividly. Stop.
Oh, there's something I gotta work on. It doesn't go away all the way.
I like it.
It just fades way off in the background.
It's an interesting touch.
Just leave it there the whole time.
Will your podcast... Oh my god. Will your podcast survive without me for like a minute?
I guess so. You're gonna go, yeah.
Yeah.
Fill up with ice. Okay. I see how it is. Your microphone will be off for the rest of the show. So, now that it's just us here, we got the riffraff out of the... Oh my God! I'm just gonna wait. Yeah. Sure you are. Are you back?
No. Okay, I'm back.
With a cup full of ice?
And water. So it doesn't count.
Tell the people what happened today while we were fishing.
I think you tell stories more vividly. I'm not that good at telling stories because I don't remember. I think my body is pumped full with adrenaline.
We've been battling these bass for like 3 days that we've been out there this week. Thursday, Friday. No, did we go Friday? Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah, we went Friday. Wait, no, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So today, our last day out there for the next couple of days. We're at the forced break. We were battling these bass, and they just kept either
Popping.
stripping our line of its bait or jumping out of the water and spitting our bait, popping hooks out, whatever. And it was getting really
pretty
annoying because it's been for 3 days, and we're talking about fat
trophy bass, like 7.
Let's say bass, fat bass, bass,
trophy bass,
big ones, 7, 8 pounds, easy. Big, nasty, awesome, fat bass.
Big, nasty, awesome, fat.
Yeah. When I say fat, I mean hat.
Yeah. Pretty hot and
tasty. Anyway, these hat bass. Why do I have bass in my head? Oh, because of the music.
Oh my god.
These things we've been battling, and so we're getting a little frustrated with it. And then
I was ready to quit.
We had a lull, a little downtime.
Mm-hmm.
Things had slowed down, and then Dax was like, "Are we done here? It's slowed down. Should we go?" And I said, "I think we're going to get another run about 6 o'clock, because that's what happened yesterday."
And at the time, it was like 5 o'clock.
It was 5:30-ish, I think, wasn't it?
It was 5.
Oh, okay. Either way.
I remember the time.
Okay, mister, I don't tell stories because I don't remember details.
Listen, the time that I... Hold on, you can edit this part.
Go ahead.
The time that I caught it was at 5:39.
Okay.
Okay.
So
now that this part is edited out, keep going.
It's going to stay.
Darn.
There are no edits.
But then I just ruined the story.
No, you didn't.
Oh, no, because, yeah, I caught a fish while fishing. Believe it.
Yeah. That's not all there is to the story, though. So, Dax was like, "Should we go?" I said, "I think we're going to catch another run at 6 o'clock." And then he was like, "All right." So everything is slowed way down.
Way too slow for my liking. The bluegill weren't even biting.
This other guy was there, and he had come in and was like, "Well, I think you guys are getting hit all over the place." And I was like, "Yeah." So then he had to go get bait. So he left and came back, and he was like, "What happened?" And I was like, "Well, slow down. I mean, we're in a lull. But it's going to run again. I know it is." So Dax and I were chilling.
I mean, whenever he has the feeling that a fish is about to take it, he's usually right. Every time.
Yeah. So I have an instinct. I'm one with the fish.
Probably because you're bald.
I have a receptor. It's a radon receptor. I can communicate with the fish.
Lucky.
Anyway, we're chilling. We're sitting back, sitting on the bench in the shade, just relaxing, watching a YouTube video. When I just heard.
I didn't even see anything.
No, I saw nothing. I heard a sound that was like a whoosh kind of sound, like a clamor. I mean, like something happened, but I don't know how to describe the sound. It's just something happened that made me look up just in time to see the very end of the handle of my fishing pole, one of mine, flying off the rail.
Hey, it's not yours. It's a little kid's.
Yeah, it's Javier's, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Again, not to put race in it.
No.
Just imagine, whatever race you imagine
Hey.
you want him to be.
Leave it up to your imagination.
Leave it up to your imagination. His name was Javier. Anyway.
And English was not his first language.
Javier. I used to know this guy, this old man, and he would pronounce the name Javier. He would pronounce it Javier, like caviar. I don't know why. That's a weird way to pronounce this. Javier. Javier?
Oh my God, we were learning about this Greek stuff in class, and it came to the philosopher Aristotle, you know?
Yeah.
But my teacher said, now this is Aristotle.
What? Your teacher said that?
Yeah. Remember, we have our 6th period. Nobody had corrected her. I don't have the balls to correct a social studies teacher. Pronounces Aristotle as Chipotle. Aristotle.
What?
Yeah.
Don't these people have to have degrees like they went to college?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but she went to college for math.
She got all the way through her college and her own high school and college.
And the rest of grade school.
And her entire life of just living.
Mm-hmm.
And still pronounce it Aristotle.
Yep.
That's unbelievable, dude. We're paying these people to educate our children.
Aristotle. My teacher cussed at me too. She said, "Don't look at me like you don't know what is going on." I said, "Okay."
You say, "No, I know exactly what is going on."
No, she didn't say that. She said, "What the H?" She would have been in a lot more trouble if she said that.
She said, "What the H is going on?"
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have been like, "Oh, trust me." Know exactly what the hell is going on, lady.
No, but I didn't, because I was out on Monday.
Don't look at me like you haven't been here. One time, my grandmother passed away. For real. Not an excuse to get out of school. She passed away, and then I went to her funeral and stuff, and it was all out of town.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I came back, high school had already started, so I was like a week late starting school. And I walked in, and I didn't really care, dude. I was just anything I could do to like embarrass my teachers in public, I would. I walked into this class, and my teacher was like, "Well, Mr. De Leon, nice of you to join us. It must have been nice to have an extra week of vacation when all the rest of us were here working." And I was like, "Oh, really? My grandmother died." And I just stared at her and watched the blood leave her face and her jaw drop open, and she started apologizing profusely. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sure you're sorry." And I acted like I was super mad, and I just sat down. And she was real nice to me after that. I didn't care.
Yeah, after I told on my teacher for cussing at me, she was real mean to me.
You told on her?
I didn't. She cussed the same time. I mean, oh my God. Edit that part out. Please edit that part out. Oh my God, please.
No edits.
She cussed the same day. So the girl that was in another class told on her, and she said, "I'm going to the principal because Miss So-and-so cussed at me." And I said, "Oh my God, she did the same thing to me." And she was like, "Okay, well, I'm going to tell my mom. And if you get called to the office, don't be scared." Whatever, I get called to the office, and they asked me what's going on. And I told them, I guess I had to talk I guess I had to talk with her. And she was real mean to me. She shut the door on me. She let all the other kids in. And then she shut the door on me. I was all the way like at the end of the line. And she saw me. I made eye contact with her. And she shut the door on my face. Okay, lady. Touche.
Wow.
You outdid a 6th grader.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I walked in the classroom. I'm not going to make a big deal out of a dumb teacher.
Wow.
Dumb teacher, if you're listening to this, I do know what the hell is going on. Okay.
Dude,
What's up?
I had so much fun torturing dumb teachers.
Really?
Yeah. I had a blast. They're easy to get to.
Example.
There was trying to think. There was you right over there?
I'm really trying not to torch the viewer or the listener. Hey, listener.
Chewing in the microphone. You're torturing me is what you're doing.
My dog.
Now that you've asked me for an example, I've gone blank. I was just thinking of one, and then when you said that, oh yeah. Well, there was like multiple times when I was in high school because all this whole school board was afraid of my dad, and they didn't want to deal with him because he was just a handful to deal with.
That's why whenever somebody's gonna call my mom, or whenever the teacher's like, "I'm gonna call your mama," I said, "Please, God, no, call my dad."
Yeah, they never call me.
Yeah, school doesn't really. Does it have to do with like visitation? Like the primary parent?
Yeah,
Oh.
kinda. But they should still call me. Anyway, I used to threaten my teachers with my dad. Like, I can't remember. There was one thing that this teacher was trying to get me in trouble for, and I was like, "Are you sure?" "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this and whatever, and send you to the office." And I go, "Well, how about you just call my dad and let's talk to him about it?" And she was like, "No, that's okay. We'll just work on it for next time." I was like, "Yeah, that's what I thought."
I want to do that. I want to have a reputation as the kid that has the cool dad or the mean dad.
The whole school board was afraid of my dad because he would go up there and like fight with them. And
That's my grandpa's a crazy dude.
yeah, and we were like, there was an assistant principal, Flo Judd, and she was like the scary principal that everybody was terrified of.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works at my school.
But I called her Flo.
What do you call her?
Flo.
Flo.
Yeah, by her first name. Everybody else called her Miss Judd. That's Miss Judd. That's Miss Judd. And then people would get terrified when she'd be walking down the hall. Here comes Miss Judd. Here comes Miss Judd. Like, hey, Flo. Dude, you're crazy. How you doing, Flo? I'm good, Aaron. How's your dad? He said to tell you hi. That's good, Aaron. Okay, hi. Dude, you're nuts. Yeah, that's Flo. We go way back. Stupid. I was a dumb kid.
Wow. Very cool.
When I was in college, I had this teacher.
Wait, you went to college?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was a math teacher, and I flunked. I failed college math like 6 times. But he was like, I didn't show up to like 3 classes in a row, and then I showed up and I took a test. I made like a 7 on the test. I would make single digit scores on my tests, my math tests.
Are you being for real?
For real.
Oh my god.
And so,
If you were in my class, I would be the guy making fun of you.
yeah, well, I was the guy that sat in the back and like made jokes the whole class long.
That's me, but I make good grades.
I had this dude that sat next to me. He had this big flashlight.
In college?
Yeah, it was in his backpack. He was like a criminal justice student, and he was some kind of security officer of some kind, part of his class program. And he had this big ass flashlight in his backpack, And so I took his flashlight out, and then this thing was like a spotlight. And every time the math professor, would turn around to write on the board, I would blast him in the back of the head with his flashlight. It would light up the whole board around him, And then he would turn around and look, and I would hide the flashlight. He could never figure out who was doing it. He would get so mad. Whoever's playing around with the flashlight, please stop. And everybody would be dying laughing. I'd be just sitting there like I was trying to study. Meanwhile, I had this flashlight like under my leg. And then when he turned around and started writing again.
Did the criminal guy know?
Oh yeah, he was dying. He was dying laughing. I had so much fun in that class, dude. I don't remember all the stuff that we did. It was constant.
Like what?
I don't remember all the stuff that we did. I just know that we were just constantly doing something.
Oh.
Just messing with either the teacher or somebody else.
It sounded like you said, I remember.
No. I do remember one time I had a pen and I drew something on my arm. I don't remember why I drew on my arm. But then I was, where I sat was next to the wall. And so I was sitting next to the wall. And then for some reason, I looked over and the pen had transferred the ink to the wall from my arm. And it left a blue dot, like a blue spot on the wall. And I was like, oh, crap. And so I like licked my hand or something to try to get it off the wall. And all it did was spread. And so over the course of the class, I kept trying to wipe this spot, this blue ink spot off the wall. And by the time of the end, it was like a humongous blue splot, like ink splatter on the wall. Just kept making it bigger and bigger. And I was like, all it did was spread around. So
Then what happened?
Well, I don't know. I didn't get in trouble for that because nobody knew it was me except me. I mean, I'm sure they knew where I was sitting, but I don't know. I never heard about it. So then I was going to drop the class because I was too busy goofing off and I had no idea what was going on. So I was going to drop the class, and then the professor guy was like, if you don't drop the class, I will pass you with a B.
Whoa.
I was like, really? He was like, oh, yes. You don't have to come back. You don't have to take tests. I will pass you with a B. And I was like, fuck yeah. So I blew off the rest of that class, got my report card, B.
Were you relatively good in every other class?
Pretty much everything except like science and math. Those were my
Those are my two strong points.
My two struggle points. Everything like history, geography, writing, science, not science, but like computers, speech, all the stuff I had to do that was like creative, I was great at, even in high school. But the stuff that was like structured and intellectual things like math and science, really struggled with. But so then the next year came up, and I was looking for that same professor on the list because I was like, if he passed me last year, he'll pass me again on the second math course. So I found him, and I signed up for his class. So I show up to class the first day, and a different professor walked in, and he was like, some things were switched around. I'll be teaching this class this year. I was like, oh no, because I had missed the whole first class. The whole semester before, so I had no foundation to build into the second semester of that class.
So you're starting everything off pretty bare.
Yes, but you had to have the first class to go to the second one. It was like
mandatory?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was because the first class was introductory and then the second class was the harder stuff. Well, I didn't have any of the easy stuff. I went straight into the harder stuff, and I thought I was going to get a free pass like I did the first time. But I didn't. And so...
Did you work or did you quit?
Oh, I tried. I worked, and I was so lost. I was trying my heart out. And the professor, I took the test and I made like a 26. And the professor said,
Was this a community college or something?
yeah.
Oh.
The professor was like, Aaron, stay after class. We need to talk. And I was like, oh, no.
Well, 26 is like a quarter of... No, it's not. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like a quarter of 100, so...
Yeah. He was like, you need to drop this class. You're doing terrible in it. I was like, I tried. I really did. He was like, no, you didn't.
Why make such a butt about it?
So I dropped that class, and then I never went back to math.
What else did you take? Did you take an easier course of math? Is it mandatory that you have to take a course of math in college?
Yeah.
So what did you do after that?
Nothing. I didn't finish my degree.
You dropped out?
Yeah.
Dang. Why couldn't you just take an easier math class?
I could. That was the first one.
Huh?
The first class
Mm-hmm.
that I took was the easy math class.
Mm-hmm.
But I failed it 6 times.
Did you try in that?
2 of the times.
Okay.
But by the end, I was so sick of it.
You were pointing.
I was what?
You were pointing flashlights at professors' heads. Not okay. Edit that part out, please. Please. Okay.
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 Start again. I was what?
And by the end of it, you were just pointing flashlights at the back of professors' heads. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but like the first math class I took, I really tried, and I failed. And so I was like, okay, I can do this. Then I took another one, and then I failed that one. Then the third one, I didn't even ever buy the textbook. It was a summer course, and I went through the whole course and never bought the textbook. And I had this guy. He was the professor, and he was wild, man. His favorite thing to say was Super Bowl, baby, Super Bowl. And so he'd be walking down the hallway, and he'd be like, I can't remember his name. It was like Mr.
Was he white?
Greenwood or something. And he would be like, he would double finger guns. Super Bowl, baby, Super Bowl.
How old is he?
Old, super old. Like 185.
Oh my god.
But he would walk on top of your desk. Like he would jump up on top of the desk and jump from desk to desk while he was teaching. He would do handstands. He would stand on his desk. He would dance. He was a crazy man.
185.
185 years old, about 64 pounds. So I had him, but I never bought the textbook. And then every day I rode to class with this other guy that was in my band. And he was taking the same courses at the same time, but different classes. And we had a bucket of donuts in his car that stayed there all summer.
Who?
This guy that was in my band.
Mm-hmm.
We had a bucket of white powder sugar donuts, little mini ones, that were in his car.
Mm-hmm.
Every morning he'd come pick me up before school, and we'd go to school, and we would eat those donuts on the way to school. And then like halfway through our first class, we would both be in the bathroom sick. Because those donuts were disgusting. They had been in there all summer. But we still ate them.
My mom.
Every day.
My mom always gets angry at me. Because one time I tried to eat food that was in the car. That had been in the car. It was like a Slim Jim. And she got super angry. She was like, you're gonna get AIDS.
AIDS?
I don't know. Some serious disease.
Cancer?
Anything can give you cancer.
Dude,
Dogs give you cancer.
when you were little, like 2 years old, you were eating a chicken nugget.
Okay.
I had not bought chicken nuggets that day. I was like, Dax, what are you eating? We were in the back of my car. I pulled you out of your car seat. I was like, what are you eating? And you were like, chicken nugget. And I was like, I haven't bought chicken nuggets. And then I realized there were chicken nuggets from like the day before that that you had left in there, and it looked exactly like a chicken nugget should look. It hadn't aged at all, and you were eating them.
Yeah. Was it from McDonald's?
Uh huh.
Yep. McDonald's food lasts like 40 years before it rots.
Yeah,
Proven.
definitely proven. It'll last a couple of days and be tasty because you were just chomping right away.
I wouldn't have a problem with it today. If I found some chicken nuggets in the car, jackpot. You know?
Yeah. So we rabbit trailed big time.
Yeah, where were we when we began?
We were watching a YouTube video, and then whoosh,
Wow. How did we get that far?
the fishing pole jumped over the rail, and then we both ran to the railing and watched and looking into the water like, wow, what the heck do we do now? And then Dax was like, I think I can get it.
You said no.
I was like, no way, dude, that thing is gone. And you're like, no, I can get it. And I was like, no way.
Pull my phone out of my pocket.
Yep. And then cannonball over the rail. There goes Dax. Sploosh. And then I don't know I didn't know how deep the water was. I was like, dude, it could be 30 feet right there. Who knows? But fortunately, it was like chest deep to him standing up.
Can't be taller than 5'4".
But yeah, he comes out of the water, kind of like stands up, and I go, did you get it? He's like, yeah. And then he goes, fish still on it. I was like, dang, pull it in, keep the line tight. Walked it around to the edge and landed a nice big old bass.
Yep. It was awesome, too. I got to land it in the water. That was one of the coolest experiences.
Yeah, and all these people that were around were like, wow, laughing. And
But I had to hold on to the dock because my feet were sinking.
in the mud?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All these people were all impressed and like laughing and stuff. And I was like, believe it or not, that is not the first time he's landed a fish that way.
Have we told that story on the podcast?
Yeah. Remember, you weren't here when I told it.
I think I remember hearing it.
Yeah. You were like a streak of...
Tan, blue. I mean, tan,
Yeah.
gray, and red.
Yeah. Yep. You went for it. Straight into the old pond scum.
Yeah. I hit the ground really hard. Hit it harder than I wanted to.
Probably because you didn't know how deep it was.
Butt pretty much slammed into it.
I figured. Because your head went under momentarily.
I opened my eyes underwater too. It was all brown.
Gross.
Probably because I stirred up the dirt.
Yeah, it was like a cloud of muddy dirt everywhere.
Yeah, I couldn't really see it very well.
Yeah, so we have successfully killed another podcast.
How long are we at?
Almost an hour.
Almost an hour. Wow. That felt like what? 30 minutes?
Felt like 2.
2 hours? Man, I guess I'm having a lot better time talking to you than you are to me.
Felt like a lifetime.
What is a lifetime? What classifies as a lifetime?
A long time.
What is the average lifetime? Like
80-something years. Depends on what
Wow.
country you live in and stuff.
USA. Isn't it like 72 or something?
Maybe. It's probably gone down.
48.
Maybe for some people. Depends on what you're into. But
Window washing. Life expectancy of 30.
I don't know. Is that dangerous?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
hear about a lot of window washers getting murdered or anything.
No, they don't fall off the building. They just get like shot or something.
A lot of crime happens up in the windows of buildings.
Doing some illegal drug thing in the hotel, and the guy, "Eek, seek, seek."
There's a witness. Time to take him out. So what else is going on? NBA playoffs happening. White guys ruling the court.
Yep.
Not the field, the court. White guys playing basketball. I like it.
I enjoy it.
I'm rooting for all the teams that have white guys leading the team.
Most of them.
For the most part, but not the Orlando Magic. Sorry. I cannot root for the Orlando Magic. That's almost as bad as rooting for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's like it's a stupid team with a stupid team name. I can't root for them.
I don't know. I don't think this is a stupid name, but like it's a stupid team. Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Here's what's funny about this, because on Facebook, I have several hundred friends from Oklahoma. But as far as I know, for this podcast, I have 0 listeners in Oklahoma.
Oh, that hurts.
Doesn't hurt. I don't really care, because I got listeners in the Netherlands. Hello!
Hello.
In Australia. Good day, mate.
Dingoes.
Shrimp on the bobby.
Okay, this is pretty stereotypical.
And also in France. What do they say there?
Bonjour.
Bonjour. And the good old USA. Howdy. But listen, not in Oklahoma. So I can talk shit about the Oklahoma Thunder and not worry about anybody really backlashing me on Facebook. But I've said it on Facebook before. There's almost no greater joy I get in sports than watching the Oklahoma City Thunder lose.
Or any team that you don't like lose.
I love watching the Thunder lose more than any other team in any other sport. What are you doing?
Look, my nail broke from the inside out.
That's disgusting. Ew. What happened to it?
I don't know.
Well, tell it to stop.
Stop.
Yeah, I cannot stand the Oklahoma City Thunder. As a team, I've never liked them. Since they became the Oklahoma City Thunder, they used to be the Seattle Supersonics. And I liked the Supersonics when they were the Supersonics because I was a fan of Sean Kemp. I had all his cards. I traded...
No. Not basketball cards.
Yes, I had
No.
basketball cards.
Aw, nerd.
This was back when basketball cards were cool.
When?
The 90s. They were worth money.
How old were you, like 13?
Yeah. 14 or so.
So you're getting into that. I want money stage, you know.
Memorabilia. I was a big basketball fan. I played a lot of basketball. And I had basketball cards because there was,
Association.
like an investment
You know?
in something that I knew about and that I liked. But I was dumb. See, my brother Adrian, he was smart. He only invested in cards that were worth money. I invested in cards of players that I liked. And some of those cards were worthless. So I had all the Sean Kemp cards. His rookie card. I probably still have them somewhere. Some storage building. But, yeah, I had all the cards, man. I was Gary Payton, played for the Seattle Supersonics.
Did you hoard the cards?
I don't know what that means. I mean, we traded back and forth and stuff.
Oh. So you weren't, no, this is mine.
No, not really, unless it was a card I really liked. But, like, I just collected the cards from the players that I liked. I didn't care too much about the money side of it.
That's fair.
But Uncle Adrian was like, this card's worth $500, and this card's worth $200, and he had them, like, in cases with little screws on the corners and stuff, little glass cases, all super special. Anyway, so I liked the Seattle Supersonics, but then they moved to become the Oklahoma City Thunder, and from day one, I was like, no.
Did they all have the same players, or what?
The organization moved, and there was probably some players that stayed, but that's when they built up with they had Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. I can't stand either of those guys.
Kevin Durant's a snake.
Of course, Kevin Durant's supposed to be a nice, solid boy and a Christian man. His mom's the real MVP and all that stuff, but I don't like him. Never liked him.
Why?
I don't know. Russell Westbrook is easy to say why I don't like him because
Douchebag.
yeah, he's got a douche attitude. He's all about himself. He thinks he's a hero on the court when he's not clutch. He doesn't come through when he needs to. He's all talk. He is the kind of this guy has incredible numbers. He's got more triple doubles than I think anybody in the league history. He is a phenomenal basketball player, but his team can't win games. So, what's the problem? How does he put up that many numbers night after night after night and still lose and still never won a championship?
I guess it's not about his team; it's about himself.
Yeah, it's because he's a ball hog, all about himself. Teams that win championships are team players. They play as a team. San Antonio Spurs, the LA Lakers, the Chicago Bulls, and now the Golden State Warriors. These are dynasty teams because they're team basketball players. They're not hero ball players. And as long as you got a team that's built around one guy who does all the work and everybody else doesn't know how to play ball, you're not going to win championships. And that's Russell Westbrook. That's why I don't like him. I don't like Kevin Durant because I feel like he was kind of in the same vein, but he's an opportunist, and he was looking for a way to buy himself a ring, and that's what he did. And I don't like that.
So cute.
Yes, I am so cute.
I'm talking about, our dog.
You silently point to our dog and then verbally say in the microphone, so cute.
I'm pointing at my dog. So cute.
He is so cute.
How old is he?
Almost 4.
How did we get him?
Well, I had been thinking about getting a dog for a while.
Because the only dog we had at the moment was Walker.
Yeah, and I wanted my own dog. Oh, man, these allergies are kicking in.
Guess who's going underwater?
I wanted my own dog, and but I hadn't made a decision yet. And then a friend of mine posted on Facebook that she had rescued this dog from a kill shelter.
Wait, what? Riley was gonna die?
Well, this lady was trying to surrender him to this shelter. He probably wouldn't have died because he was so cute. He probably would have been adopted pretty quick. But the fact that somebody was trying to give him up to a shelter that would kill him if he didn't find a home was pretty sad. But my friend happened to be in the parking lot. she was doing a little rescue mission to see if she could rescue any dogs that were being dropped off, and she saw this one. So she rescued him, but she couldn't take him home or keep him long term because she already had too many dogs. So she put a post on Facebook like, I rescued this dog. And she put a little picture of him as a puppy, and I saw him and I was like, yeah, I need that dog. That's my dog. So I got him that way. He's a little champion. And the first time I met him, he peed all over me.
Me too.
I mean, like, I picked him up and held him, and it was like a fountain flowed on my chest.
Do you think that's like, because most dogs don't do that. Do you think that's like some sort of, like, is it an instinct or?
No, there's like a nervous thing that some dogs have. I can't remember what it's called.
Anxiety.
It's a little bit of an anxiety, yeah. In fact, Paul from the Just Breathe podcast was recently talking about that with his dog Starboy, because Starboy does the same thing. When he gets real excited, he pees everywhere, and that's what Riley used to do. But now he's
kind of grown out of it, but he still gets anxious.
He's like 90%, 98% grown out of it, but he just occasionally, if it's like a stranger that he's meeting for the first time and he's excited about, not like the kind of stranger that he wants to kill, but it's like somebody that he knows is our friend and he's just meeting them for the first time, he'll get real excited. Or also if sorry, so I was hearing something in my ear, and I think it was my own ear ringing. It was like some kind of like a bing.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's like a social anxiety or something that the dogs have, but Riley's grown out of it mostly. If it's somebody like he hasn't seen in a really long time.
Like who?
Like one of my family members. That he hasn't seen. He knows who they are, but he hasn't seen them in a long time. So like my brother, Uncle Russ, any of those guys, when they come around, he'll get super excited and he'll start peeing. But not as bad as he used to. He used to like pee a river.
Yeah, it used to take like 30 minutes to clean it up.
Yeah, everywhere. And then he would run around and pee all over the place. The carpet, the couch, the bed. He would just run in circles and peeing the whole time. That was pretty annoying. But
I found it kind of cute.
Did you?
He couldn't control his bladder. I didn't find it cute cleaning it up.
Very cute.
His toxins. But he couldn't control it because he was so excited. Little man. He just got real excited. I thought that was the main part.
One thing I think is odd about him is that he's got kind of like a separation anxiety, which is weird because I've had him since he was almost too young to have. You know, he was...
Got taken away from his mama.
Yeah, way too early. And then surrendered to that shelter. He was apparently the lady that surrendered him, he was a gift from somebody. And then her roommate was allergic, so she couldn't keep it. So him. Him. So she just dumped him. But it's odd to me that he has any kind of separation anxiety because I've had him since he was so little. But
bro,
do you hear that?
Yeah, vividly.
It's like a burp in my throat. Edit. No edits. No edits.
No edits. Except for that one.
Yeah, except for the one where you said I was doing something with porn.
I guess you could leave it in since it leaves context to this.
What did you say?
It was something about the flashlight. And I was saying you're flashing flashlights at professors' heads.
I was pointing.
Pointing.
Yeah, pointing flashlights at professors' heads.
But instead I said porny.
You were pointing. Yeah. I was porny. I've never been very porny. Sorry.
Yeah. I think allergies smacking us both in the face.
Yeah. Hey, listeners, how do you like that? All the snot slurping going on in this episode.
I think they would rather Ice crunching.
Ice crunching. So who won the game? Did Portland win? I'm assuming they did because they were way ahead.
Yeah. Wait, no, they weren't.
They weren't?
I don't think so.
Now I gotta look it up because I was watching the game in the little monitor to the side, but I lost track, and now the game's over. So if you're not watching the Portland versus Thunder series,
check it out.
Yeah, it's been pretty lively, man.
It's intense.
They were going at it the last game, and it was like a full on. They were getting ready to fight there at the shoot. They were getting ready to fight at the end. Old Lillard and Westbrook going at it.
Oh, of course, Westbrook.
But the let's see here. Milwaukee and the Pistons. I mean, fuck, who cares? Really? Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are the number one team in the East. That's an embarrassment to the entire East.
Yep. Wait. That includes Florida, right?
Yeah.
Don't they have like one of the best sports? Like in terms of like colleges and stuff?
Maybe, yeah, probably. But I'm just talking about the NBA.
Yeah, but you move on from to the NBA from college, right?
Yeah, but if you're in the East Coast, you don't necessarily have to go to the team on the East Coast.
Oh.
It's just how the NBA is split between the East and the West.
Yeah, because you can change around teams.
Mm-hmm. So the Trailblazers did win. They're up 3-1. That means the Thunder are busted.
Haha. Losers. Hee hee.
Boston moves on to the next round. That was. I mean, and everybody could have seen that one coming. Boston, the Warriors, fucking Houston Rockets, all those guys. Nobody's surprised yet. All these leads, nobody's surprising anybody. Milwaukee and the Pistons. I mean, who really freaking cares? It's almost like who cares about the Raptors and the Magic? Except I like a few of the guys on the Raptors, so I care personally just because I like Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green and Jason Lynn. But as a team, I mean, those guys are recent add-ons this past season. But who's really cared about the Raptors in recent years? Come on. If you say me, you're lying.
Where was Kawhi last year or before he got on to the Raptors?
San Antonio Spurs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Magic and the Raptors, Nets. Let's see. Let's go to the standings. Here we go. This will give us the rundown here.
You know, the viewer or the listener might be a little bored.
Talking about basketball?
I sympathize for you, listener. If they're not Netherlands.
Hey, man, you guys in the Netherlands, if you're not watching American NBA basketball, then I don't know what to tell you. You got to jump in on it. It's exciting.
Yeah?
It is. I'm telling you, man. There's nothing better than playoff basketball.
You may think it's all burgers and fries, but it's basketball.
Hot dogs and potato chips.
And basketball. Football and diabetes.
And pretty soon we're going to be talking about baseball. But I don't really care about baseball until it starts getting closer to October because there's just too many games, man. Who's going to watch 300 games a year? You got to be kidding me. Nobody's watching all those games. But anyway, anything else we're going to talk about in this podcast?
We've said it all.
Have we?
We've said plenty.
Have we?
I think so.
I think so.
I think so.
What's our morale?
Have some self-control. Don't punt a kid off the dock into the pond. And don't touch other people's stuff.
Yeah.
It works on both sides. Self-control.
If you're a heifer with a bunch of out-of-control kids.
Hold on. There's a knife on my dad's keychain, and it's kind of out right now. Probably didn't need to close it because I'm not anywhere near it, but I noticed it.
If there's a knife on the desk and you notice it,
It's probably not going to harm you. Close it.
it must be closed immediately, no matter what else is going on. All right?
All right. Heifer.
Oh, yeah. If you're a heifer with a bunch of freaking kids, don't walk 400 yards away and turn your back to them and let them destroy somebody else's stuff, okay? Pay attention. Hey, bitch, talking to you. Pay attention. All right. We will see you guys on Thursday. Hey, man, I might release something in between Monday and Thursday, so be waiting for that, okay? Just
Really?
a little something special. Nothing big, just a little something. All right? But otherwise, we'll see you guys on Thursday. Peace out. Okay, I got to do this really fast. The Tamale Mafia podcast is brought to you by me. The Tamale Mafia podcast is found on Spotify, iTunes, a bunch of other places. Go to facebook.com/Tamale Mafia if you want to find out anything else about us. Our intro music is brought to you by me. Transition music brought to you by bensound.com. For more royalty-free music, check out bensound.com. Our outro music is brought to you by Lim. For more mind-blowing intellectual electronic tracks, go to soundcloud.com/getlim. That's LIMN. And as always, thanks for listening.
Only listed 2 places where I can find this. I can't find it, and you don't have Spotify or iTunes. Search it up on your nearest search engine. Just saying.
So you're saying go to... The music starts over. Hang on. Pause. Stop music. Okay, what were you saying?
If you don't have Spotify or iTunes,
Uh-huh.
go to a search engine and search up Tamale Mafia, because we're the only one out there.
The only one out there. That's right.
Except for that guy that stole our email address.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. But...
Email him.
Oh, I probably should. Hey, you son of a bitch.
Give it back.
Give me back my email address.
All right, have a nightmare.
All right. Are we ready to go? We're done here?
We said all, we said plenty. See ya.
All right.